Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dave the Rave here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode 3 of Dave's Theme Park Fridays. In the last episode, I counted down my top 10 bucket list coasters that were located here in the United Kingdom, and today and also next videos, we're going to be following that pattern. Anyway, like the title says down below, I'm going to be counting down my 10 bucket list roller coasters that are located just over the water in Europe. So yeah, let's get on with it. Here's the titles. So the first coaster on the list is Zadra. Now this is an RMC hybrid roller coaster that's located in Energylandia in Poland. Now Zadra opened in 2019 and I think is the kind of most up-to-date coaster on the list. Now one of the main reasons I'd love to ride Zadra is because, well, it would be my first ever RMC coaster, and from what I've seen, like through POVs and things, it's just an amazing ride. I mean, I can't wait to experience that zero G stall, which RMC coasters are very well known for. But yeah, I mean, the sort of sensation of just going through, you know, a lot of the structure, including that first drop, you know, going straight through the structure of the coaster before then going round into its zero G stall. That's going to just be amazing. So yeah, I really hope that next year at some point I can get out to not just to Poland but in Europe in general and ride these coasters. So there you go. There is the first coaster on my bucket list. First coaster on my bucket list, and is Zadra at Energylandia. Staying at Energylandia in Poland now, the next coaster that I really want to ride is Hyperion, which is an Intamin mega coaster that opened in 2018, so a year before Zadra. Now this ride stands at a height of 253 feet tall, and boy does it look like an amazing ride. That first drop, the bunny hills, the general layout of it, the theming I love, kind of in the station, and also the soundtrack as well I love, and it's just wow. I mean, being able to just watch it off ride, you know, on the internet or on YouTube, watch it off ride and also watch POVs and already to think, wow, that is an amazing coaster, really does say a lot about this ride. And I mean, I cannot wait seriously to hopefully one day fly out to Energylandia, hopefully not my own, with a few friends like Theme Park Jake, and ride, you know, all the incredible coasters, including Hyperion and Zadra too. So there you go. There is the next coaster on the list, and is Hyperion at Energylandia. Moving to another part of Europe now, a much warmer part. The next coaster on the list is Shambhala at PortAventura World. Now Shambhala is a B&M hypercoaster that is 249 foot tall and opened in 2012. Now, just wow. That's all I can say about Shambhala. I mean, its height is amazing. I mean, basically 250 foot tall. The restraint system on the trains, all you've got is a singular lap bar holding you in, and it doesn't even come round you. It's just a small T-bar. That's the only thing holding you in, so you're really exposed on Shambhala. I mean the height of the drop, just everything about Shambhala I absolutely love. I also love its soundtrack, and you can actually click the card wherever it is, and that'll take you to the first episode of Theme Park Fridays. So you can go and watch that. But don't do that yet, no. I want you to complete this video first. So yeah, so there you go, there's Shambhala at PortAventura World. So the next coaster on the list, staying at PortAventura World in Spain, is Dragon Khan. Now Dragon Khan opened in 1998 and is a B&M sit-down looping coaster. Now one of the reasons I'd love to ride this ride is because it was designed by John Wardley. Now a lot of you will probably know John for his work at Alton Towers, or kind of just here in the UK generally, you know, with the likes of The Vampire at Chessington, Nemesis, Oblivion, and Air or Galactica at Alton Towers. But no, in sort of the mid-90s he did work with PortAventura and also Merlin, because Merlin sort of owned Merlin sort of owned PortAventura at the time. So yeah, he came in and he designed Dragon Khan. Of course, it's got 8 inversions, including an interlocking corkscrew element. I do believe it's the first interlocking corkscrew on a coaster. 2 vertical loops, a 0G roll, and a Cobra roll as well. And also, I know this is a very minor thing, but this would be my sort of first kind of sit-down looping coaster built by B&M, because I've been on the Smiler at Alton Towers, which of course is a Gerstlauer coaster, and I've also been on Colossus at Thorpe Park, which is obviously an Intamin looper. So yeah, there you go, there's Dragon Khan at PortAventura World in Spain, which is also on my bucket list coaster list. So this next coaster is going to sound very familiar to a lot of people out there, and of course it is Taron at Phantasialand. Now Taron is an LSM Intamin Blitz coaster that opened in 2016 in a newly opened Klugheim area of Phantasialand. Now, one thing I absolutely love about this coaster is just how packed in everything around you is. Whether it's the scenery or theming elements, I should say, or or just the layout itself. The track is very sort of enclosed, very tightly squeezed in, which is just amazing. And of course, the coaster has two LSM launches, which just wow. I mean, and I think the second launch takes you to the ride's top speed of 70 miles an hour. God, that's going to feel so quick, especially, like I said, because of all the track everywhere and all the theming elements around you. So yeah, there you go. There is Taron at Phantasialand. So the next coaster on the list is actually the kind of most recent to open, at least on this list, and that's Fly at Phantasialand. Now, Fly is a Vekoma launched flying coaster which opened just last year in 2020. Now, I have to say, flying coasters, in my opinion, they're my sort of absolute favourite kind of type of ride. I'm gonna put it out there. I look, especially, although I've only done one, which is Galactica at Alton Towers, I just absolutely love the feeling of it. So I'm very, very interested to see what Vekoma have taken from kind of the whole flying coaster concept and how they've kind of made it their own. I do know one thing that sets it apart from Galactica is the fact that instead of using a traditional chain lift, it uses launches, LSM launches. And in fact, it's got two of them, two launches. That is going to be so cool to experience for the first time. And I have seen like the theme, the area. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Brockberg or something. But that whole kind of the whole area with the theming that you kind of fly around and through, I honestly cannot wait to experience that. So there we go. There's the next coaster of the list on the list, and that is Fly at Phantasialand in Germany. Moving across to the Netherlands now, we have Phoenix, which is located at Toverland. Now, Phoenix opened in 2018 and is a Bolliger and Mabillard wing coaster. Now, I've never actually done a wing coaster before, even though we do have one here in the UK in the form of the Swarm at Thorpe Park. But yeah, I really can't wait to experience this ride. I love the soundtrack of it. You know, I've only recently heard it. I absolutely love it. I love the design of the trains as well, with the sort of phoenix bird in the middle of the ride vehicle. And the layout looks really, really good in my opinion. So yeah, nothing really much else to say about Phoenix. Great design, great layout, great trains, and great soundtrack. So yeah, that was nice and short and sweet. There's Phoenix at Toverland. Going over to Sweden now and to Liseberg. The next coaster on the list is Valkyria, which is a B&M dive coaster that opened in 2018, same year as Phoenix at Toverland. Now, I do love a good B&M dive coaster. It's kind of the second generation of B&M dive coasters because of a couple of reasons. You know, first of all, the train design. If you look at this and compare it to Oblivion's train design, very, very different. Also, Oblivion, although it was marketed, it does not have a true vertical drop. All the other, or most other dive machines by B&M that were opened do have a true vertical drop. And this one also has a few inversions as well to kind of make it a little more interesting. Now, one thing I will say about the ride is I love the soundtrack. Yeah, again, I'm loving the soundtrack. I also love the theme. I think it's kind of very much connected to the Flight of the Valkyries piece of classical music. So that's always kind of a nice touch. So yeah, there you go. There's Valkyria at Liseberg. I bet any money when I said Liseberg, you were always thinking about Helix. So heading back to the Netherlands then, but not to Toverland, but to Efteling this time for the oldest coaster on the list, Python, which is a Vekoma looping coaster that opened in 1981. Now, I just want to ride this coaster because of two things. One, its age. You know, it opened in the 80s. It's almost, it's 1 year. It's 1 year younger than the Corkscrew at Alton Towers, but obviously that closed in 2008. Rest in peace. But yeah, I'd love to ride that because of its age, but also kind of the layout. You know, with the two vertical loops and double corkscrew. I know that over the past however many years, Efteling has actually poured a lot of money into Python, replacing its trains, but also retracking the ride so that it's nice and smooth. And I just can't wait to ride this piece of history. So yeah, there you go. There's Python at Efteling. So heading back to Germany, but this time to Europa Park, we have the final coaster on the list. It's Woden. Now, Woden is a GCI wooden coaster that opened at the park in 2012. Now, I've only done one GCI wooden coaster to date, and that is Wicker Man at Alton Towers. And I had a fantastic ride on that. I can't wait to have a ride on Woden. And from what I've seen, I think it's quite a bit longer and bigger than Wicker Man. But still, from what I've seen, it's an amazing ride. Cannot wait to get out to Europa Park one day and have a ride on it. So yeah, there's all the coasters on the list. So guys, that brings us to the end of another episode of Dave's Theme Park Fridays. If you guys did enjoy it, please do remember to leave me a thumbs up, as it really does help me out. Write out a comment about anything that's happened in the video, and of course I will get back to you. Are you new around here? Then why not hit that red subscribe button, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never ever miss when I upload a new video. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching this video, and goodbye.